Sentire Media.
Ciao a tutti and welcome to Venice Talks, a podcast series dedicated to Venice in Italy. I'm your host, Monica Cesarato, a Venetian food and travel blogger. Join me as I share my insider knowledge to help you explore Venice at 360 degrees. In this weekly podcast, we'll dive into the heart of a city, uncovering hidden stories and connecting with the people who make Venice unique. The artisans, the writers, the fashion designers, the bloggers, the journalists, and more. Let's break free from cliché and discover the true essence of Venice, not just the monuments, but the vibrant people, the Venetians. Experience Venice the right sustainable way. You can find me on my blog at www.monicacesarato.com and across all social media platforms. Enjoy the episode and let's journey through Venice together. Welcome back to Venice Talks, Season 2, Episode 24. Hi everybody and welcome back to another episode of Venice Talks. It is so hot here today and you have got no idea. So I feel very sorry for the person that's going to be talking to me because we're both in the same condition. Closed in a room with no noises but dying of heat. Ciao Matteo from Rehub, how are you?
I'm melting, basically.
So you're Matteo Silverio from Rehub in Murano, where I got to say Murano for me feels always hotter for some reason.
Well, actually, yes. Even during the winter here,
Yes.
it's quite hot due to the kilns.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
You
So
have
it's not
everywhere.
It's not just my impression that Murano is hotter. It is hotter, isn't it?
No, it is. But I mean, at least during the winter, it's a kind of it's a chill environment.
Okay.
You really enjoy being in front of a kiln and a furnace, whatever.
Yeah, go
Two
and tell that.
days.
Yeah. Let's go and
Today.
ask the masters if they agree on that. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Who are you and what is Rehub?
So, first of all, thank you to invite me on this podcast. I'm
You're
Matteo
welcome.
Silverio. I'm a trained architect. I studied here in Venice at UOV, University of Venice, architecture. What I'm really specialized is in digital fabrication, sustainability, and computational design.
Okay.
What I do basically, I mean, when I look at myself, I see me as a contaminator.
Okay.
So what I really enjoy to do is contaminating the craftsmanship, so the tradition, especially here in Murano. Maybe we will talk later, with the new technologies. I'm a technology lover. I have a background in IT because I have an high school degree in IT. And what I'm trying to do is to introduce, innovation into one of the most important Italian heritage, if you want, which is the Murano glass, Murano glass manufacturing.
Okay. That's but more than a contaminator, maybe you are a link, a bridge in a city of bridges.
Same.
Because you are kind of doing what Venetians have been doing for centuries in a way. It's just maybe lately we got a bit stuck in the idea of tradition as being very rigid. Okay. But if you look back at the history of Venice, we did invent mosaics. We brought them over from Constantinople and we started to make them ours with our, flair and so on. Murano glass as well wasn't invented in Murano. I mean, Murano glass is invented in Murano, but the idea of glass. So we've always been contaminating our way. You just carry on what we've been doing for centuries in a way, aren't you?
I totally agree. I mean, Murano, especially Murano, because now during the last 10 years, I've been working here in Murano in close contact with Murano glass masters. And what I'm doing here is basically doing what they've done for centuries. Yeah. Making innovation and in the glass sector, of course. Not even Murrine
Mm.
are from Murano.
Exactly.
Murrine are from the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really nice and interesting story about rebranding, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, we're very
The-
good at doing that, are we?
oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So yes, I'm doing this. I'm doing with them, with the community, and I'm trying basically to do my best.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. First of
Please.
all, when did the idea come from? When did you start finally your business? And what is your business? Because,
Yeah.
I know because I've seen it, but we need to explain it as well.
So basically, more or less 10 years ago, I
Mm-hmm.
had the chance to, after a couple of years around the world, I
Mm-hmm.
was project manager at Carlo Ratti Associati.
Mm-hmm.
Carlo Ratti is a well-known professor at the MIT in
Mm-hmm.
Boston, and
Mm-hmm.
I worked for him, and I was in charge of dealing as a project manager and dealing with the international projects. Okay, so
Okay.
I used to travel all around the world, and it is, I mean, since as a director of research lab at MIT, is a research-based office. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so for me was normal to deal with the innovation, to
Mm-hmm.
research, and then to apply all these cutting-edge solution into real world. So
Mm-hmm.
after a couple of years, I decided to come back to Venice. I'm not from Venice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm born in Chioggia, south
Okay.
of
It
Lagoon.
used to be Venice a long time ago. Still, come on, for the Venetian.
Yeah, so it's a long story. I mean, yeah.
We go back to
Um,
that. We go back to that.
but anyhow, my wife is from Murano.
Okay.
We live in Venice, and then by chance I have the opportunity to start working with Murano Glassmaster. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
with the glass factories, and I fell in love with them.
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with the devotion and the love they put every day on their
Mm-hmm.
work
Oh, you
because they
need
are
love. You need love to work in those conditions. You really need love.
Yes, yes. I mean, it's not the only hard work I know, um, but yet they they know they are aware they are keep. I mean, doing almost millenary tradition.
Yeah.
You see that you can feel. So I start working with them now. Most of my work as a professional
Mm-hmm.
consultant is here in Murano. It's related with glass.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned, I like to create a bridge between tradition and innovation.
Mm-hmm.
And I promote a wide range of projects, either design, research-based project, exhibition, and that's it. So while working with them, with Glassmaster, I realized that, whoa, they produce a lot of waste.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, talking about waste now, it's kind of trendy, okay?
Yeah.
Uh, but it's important. It's
But it is
important
a
because
problem. Yeah, it is
it's a huge
as you
problem.
say,
Yeah.
it is a new, is a new a hot word at the moment. Sustainability, recycling, and stuff. But in your case, glass, that is easy to recycle glass on paper,
Well, well,
on
yeah.
paper.
The thing
The
is,
Murano glass is something different, though, isn't it?
the thing is, uh, we have this feeling that glass is quite easy to recycle, you know?
Mm,
uh, which is not true. I realized that here in Murano, working with them, and basically, I was involved in a big project,
mm-hmm,
and basically, since the item we were producing was quite complex, so we produced a lot of waste. Okay.
mm-hmm.
And then I asked to the glass maker, say, okay, what we gonna do with all this waste? And he he told me, really, well, we have to get rid, and that's it. I say, okay,
So, and
is there any way?
where did
Is
it
there any
go?
landfill?
Oh my
That's
God,
the
every
problem.
day. I
Why?
mean, I don't know if people realize how many glass factories there are in Murano right now.
I mean, I will give you some numbers. I mean, basically, because I mean, I also I'm a lecturer at university,
Uh-huh.
so I've been trying also to involve the universities of Venice, either Ca' Foscari and U of here in Murano, okay,
Uh-huh.
in research.
Yes.
researchers. So they make researchers, and then they realize that more or less half, so the 50% of the glass manufacturing in Murano become waste. Which doesn't mean that some glass factories produce the 70% of the glass waste, other 30. So again, it's a statistic. So you
Of
have to
course.
read the numbers. So
Yeah.
anyhow, 50%, more or less. This is numbers from Camera di Commercio. So it's not from my
They're
background.
official.
It's
It's
just
official
they're
data.
official. Okay.
Yeah.
In Murano, they produce almost 1,000 tons of non-recyclable glass waste, which is, it's a lot, but not that much. I mean, just to
Well,
realize how big, how volume fill 1,000 tons, it's
yeah.
more or less the Campanile di San Marco. So
Whoa.
just to give you an idea, of size of the
This is per year, month, day, or what?
no year.
Oh, per year. Okay.
Every
I had an
year.
heart
So
attack because, but still,
a campanile every year.
okay, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It's
But goes
not
in
that
a,
much.
yeah. Wow.
Again, if you think that every year, okay, in the world, so globally, we produce 130 million tons
Wow.
of non-recyclable glass waste.
Okay. But still, we
So,
got to start somewhere.
no, yes, we have to start from somewhere. Yeah, you're
You
right.
know, it's
Also because I'm here. And now I'm in this community.
So you had
And
this idea, you all of a sudden they told you there is all this waste, and bang, you had a little light on your head going, aha,
uh, it's
kind
kind
of.
of process. No, it's a kind of process. I don't believe on this, spark, and then you have
Okay.
the idea and the solution. It usually doesn't work like that.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I realized that we had a problem,
Uh-huh.
and it's a big problem because they have to pay to get rid. So
Uh-huh.
my starting point was okay, this is an economical issue first.
Mm-hmm.
Because Murano is made of really small company. They are family based.
Yeah.
So they have to spend money to get rid of this waste, and then they have to spend again money to buy new raw material to
Mm-hmm.
create new waste, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it doesn't work. I mean, it used to work properly, but now things are changing. Just to think about the energy that you need to transform all this glass.
Of course. Of
So
course.
I mean, if you think and if you widen your point of view, so half of the energy you consume in every factory is thrown away.
My God.
So from this you say, okay, we have a problem. So we have to find a way. Why this is a problem? This is important. Why the Murano glass is not recyclable, and why a lot of glass we usually use is not recyclable.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in Murano, it's easy to see really because make what makes Murano glass unique, which are the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the weakness
Yeah,
of
because they can be toxic, can they?
they used to now they don't use that much toxic elements, but they
Mm-hmm.
are basically metal oxides.
Mm.
Okay, they either use iron, copper, cobalt, gold. They used to
Mm-hmm.
use arsenic or lead,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Yeah, yeah.
really bad. So all these elements cannot contaminate the glass packaging recycle chain.
Mm-hmm.
So we are really good, especially here in Italy, to recycle glass packaging for
Mm.
food and beverage. So
Mm-hmm.
the tomato sauce or the Nutella jar, for example,
Yeah.
that are okay for recycling.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Glass bottles,
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Goblets, no, you should not put goblets on the recycle bin.
Really?
Yes, because
Oh,
they can
so every
contain
time I break a
contaminants.
glass, I'm not supposed to put it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it just says glass. That's it.
No,
That's...
no. All the
Oh.
lighting solution they can be. Also, I mean, most of the glass we use in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
uh, is borosilicate. So which it looks similar, but it's a different type of glass.
Type of
It's like
glass.
talking about bread, no? You
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
the
Of
normal
course. You
bread,
got
and then you have a
corn. Yeah,
kamut
yeah.
bread and whatever. I mean, it looks like the same. It tastes more or less the same, but it's completely different.
Yes, yes, of course, of course. Okay. So
And
you came up with you thought, okay, what am I gonna do with this Murano glass then?
yeah, so the thing is, analyzing the chain, the recycling chain, has been really helpful because I realized that the biggest issue it's related to the fact that you have to melt glass in order to shape it, no?
Of course.
And well, and you have to melt at really high temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's, I mean, it depends, but you are in a range between 1,200, 1,600. It depends of the type of
Mm-hmm.
glass, okay? Which is a lot,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So to reach these temperatures, you need
But we're
a
talking
special
so
kiln.
for the Americans that are listening, we're talking Fahrenheit, sorry, Celsius. Got no idea what it
Celsius,
is in
yes,
Fahrenheit.
yes, yes. Good question. Oh, we are thousand. I don't know. I
No,
don't know.
never do I. There is the internet
Mm.
for that.
Yeah, there is Google. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
Google is there.
yeah. And so I say, okay, since this is the problem, let's try to make something that doesn't need to melt glass in order
Mm.
to reshape it.
Mm-hmm.
So we basically came out with a process,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, thanks to which we can transform glass waste
Mm-hmm.
into a paste, which
Okay.
is, I mean, for us, for Italian, it's like pongo. It's
Yes.
clay. It's
Yeah, Play-Doh,
Play-Doh,
like
which is
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh. See,
Yeah.
it's Play-Doh.
So
It's
does
like,
it first become a powder and then it becomes like a Play-Doh
see,
kind of thing?
I mean, the Play-Doh is it is last step, let's say.
Ah,
We have, I
okay.
mean, we usually receive the glass waste,
Mm-hmm.
which could be big, small, it's waste. So there are many different pieces.
Mm-hmm.
We smash it,
Mm-hmm.
we sort all this powder sand, let's say, we
Mm-hmm.
sort it by granulometry.
Mm-hmm.
And then we mix this granulometry with a binder, which is a mix of elements. It's
Mm-hmm.
not plastic based, neither resin, which is really important.
Uh-huh.
We don't use alcohol, any kind of hazardous materials,
Mm-hmm.
which is at the base of the process was, I mean, the worker, let's say. Say we have to make a process which is safe
Yeah, well, safe,
and
sustainable, and
sustainable.
also
Yeah.
good for the environment, I suppose. Since you're trying to recycle in a way, but even if you start to using all different kind of chemical, you defeat the objects of recycling, I assume. So
Well,
yes.
actually, um, sometimes it happens, not here, but in general,
Mm-hmm.
they use secondary raw material, which is waste, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and then they add to this waste resin or plastic-based stuff, and then they recreate a new material, which are basically okay. They are
Mm-hmm.
waste-based materials, but I mean, as you mentioned, they're not really sustainable at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day. I mean, so for us was let's go beyond this way of working. Let's be really sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
So we make this mix. We mix together. We create this clay-like material,
Mm-hmm.
and with this clay-like material, we can do a wide range of things. This material can be shaped at room temperature. We are
Mm-hmm.
not heating up, so we are not adding energy, let's say, okay?
Okay.
And we can shape it by rolling, injection molding, we can press it, or we can 3D print it.
Okay.
We patent, I mean, the process is patent pending. We already patent an extruder
Mm-hmm.
for a 3D printer,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is able to 3D print again this paste. So we can create objects 3D printing this paste. So you can shape, you do whatever you want, almost whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the final stage, the final step is a quick, a quick step on the oven.
Mm.
Okay. It's a low temperature process,
Okay.
meaning that we are working between 500 and 650 degrees Celsius again.
Mm-hmm.
for, let's say, a couple of minutes. So we are really saving a lot of energy, also because we are working with the electrical oven, electrical kilns, and we use a small amount of energy that can, in theory, can be produced by using sustainable sources like, UV panel.
Oh, okay.
The problem is that here in Murano,
Yeah,
but in Venice in
exactly.
general,
You can't get the permission to do it, but if eventually one day they allow you to do that, it will be perfect, wouldn't it?
see. Also because, I mean, the thing is that our energy supplier, for example, we choose an energy suppliers that produce energy using renewable
Okay.
sources.
Okay.
So
So,
in a way, indirectly,
mhm.
we are consuming sustainable, let's say, green electricity.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you actually thought this very thoroughly. I mean, as in every single step had to be sustainable, had to be green,
See.
had to be, that's very important. What's amazing, because I saw your products, is that I picked one up and never on earth, if somebody didn't say to me that was made in glass, I would have thought that was made in glass because it feels like metal. It was
It
amazing.
sounds like metal, yeah.
Yeah, as well is when you go and you flip it one little. Yes, it's amazing. But what happens if it falls? Does it fall like metal or does it fall like glass?
No, I mean, technically, we invented a new material
Uh-huh.
because, I mean, we are doing lab tests,
Mm-hmm.
and it came out that basically this material has, I mean, it's in between glass, so it's it's in a way it's rigid and like
Mm-hmm.
marble stones.
Yes, so very strong.
Um, it's it's a bit stronger. It's strong. It doesn't break like glass.
Uh-huh.
Yet it falls down, it will break.
Yeah, of
So it's
course.
like glass. And talking about the sound, okay, it sounds if you touch it, if you try like a diapason, I don't know how to say
Yeah, yeah,
in
yes.
English.
I think it's
Yeah,
diapason as well.
okay. It's the vibration, no? It's more or less like metal. This is not a
Wow.
matter of material. It's a matter of shape. So
Ah.
what we do basically, it's give a shape that is impossible to make with let's say traditional,
Mm.
okay, glass techniques.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, especially when we are talking and when we make, I mean, 3D printed items, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
make sense for us to make something that can be done
In glass.
using not using glass, but using traditional techniques. Because
Mm-hmm.
we are not glass master. We are not a glass factory.
Of course.
W- We are basically a research lab. So we are
Mm-hmm.
trying to go beyond what is the actual status quo,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why the shape is different, the sound is different. I mean, also the feeling. If you touch it, you feel that
Mm-hmm.
it's cold. It's not plastic. Most of
Mm-hmm.
the people say that it's resin, but
I
it's
know
not.
it feels weird when I lifted one of your items, was like, okay, this is unique. I think it's a feeling that somebody must have had the first time it touches something made in Gore-Tex. So, those kind of, or
Sì.
nylon. The first time somebody had to use nylon or rubber or something like that, you go like, okay, what is this? Listen, how was the name born? Rehab.
So, Rehab. I mean, my wife, I mean, Rehab as a company
Mm-hmm.
has been founded by me, of course, myself, and Marta.
Mm-hmm.
Marta is my wife,
Mm-hmm.
by the way. She's the Murano one. She's the one that since the beginning she really trusted on the project, and
Mm-hmm.
she gave this name. She decided. She just say to me, this is the perfect name.
Ah.
Why? Because the root of rehab is RA, no? Re.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a remind to the 4R of the circular economy.
Okay.
So recover, recycle, reuse, reduce.
Uh-huh.
It's not the order, but that's the 4R of circular economy, which is a wider way of look at the sustainability, let's say. It's like sustainability 2.0, okay? So hub instead is a place where things comes in and out quickly, no? As an airport is a hub.
Yeah, of course. Of
So
course.
together as a place, I mean, together it sounds like rehab, which is the rehabilitation place, no? Let's say the hospital, the clinic that where people with addictions usually
Yes. Yeah.
they goes and they have a second chance,
But that's the
basically.
same for glass then, isn't it?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
a way, in our lab, which is in a hub, because things comes in and out quickly. Basically, the waste come inside, and thanks to our process, we can give it a new value, a second chance, basically.
I love it. I really love how much also in the name, how much thought went into the name. Listen, how hard or how easy was it with the Murano people when you got in and started asking, can I have your waste? And, what was the response?
Well, was better than I expected. This
Okay.
is really important. I mean,
Let's make
I've been
let's give a
working.
little bit, sorry, let's give a
Yes.
little bit of a preamble to the people that don't understand what we're talking
No,
about.
yes, that's why let's
Murano,
go step by step.
yeah, Murano is a very particular island in Venice. It's not just above glass, but it's always been a very close, very close knit community. Once you're accepted of a community, that's fine, no problem whatsoever. But it takes a while to be accepted because for centuries they had to guard the secrets. So
Sì.
it's kind of in the DNA to be, always on their guard, even towards the Venetian themselves. That's why I'm saying. That's why I was asking this. So for the people that didn't know, that's why I was asking Matteo this question. So now you can answer. Thanks.
No, it's right. I was about, yes, to explain this thing. I mean, Murano, it's close also because, I mean, also during recent times, I mean, there are people that came here trying to steal secret business. I mean, Murano, it's a big asset.
Of
Okay,
course.
it's a big Murano glass. It's a huge business. So there are, let's say, smart people, which are not smart, but
Sly,
that
sly people,
sly
sly.
people that come here, and so that's why Muranese are quite close. Okay, I started here 10 years ago, and I start working, let's say, step by step. I kind of gain their trust slowly. Okay,
Yes.
on the field, let's say, no.
Mm-hmm.
So at the beginning, they were kind of, skeptic about me. Say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
he's from
It's from
he's not from
Chioggia.
here. Yes, he's not from Georgia, which I mean, someone from from Alaska, it means nothing, but from here is like saying that. I mean, you are from another planet. You're not
Exactly.
even. You are not not even from Venice. You're not even from Florence, whatever.
Yeah,
You're
you're
an
from a
alien.
city that we actually decided not to hold on to.
Yes. So that's the point. I mean, I was like, I've been lucky because my wife is from here. So
Yes.
most of the people say, okay, you are from Kyoto.
Mm.
You're not from our community, but at least you got married with
Yes.
someone from
If
here.
she's crazy enough to marry you,
Same.
maybe you're
It
not
was,
so bad.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they told me that. They
Oh
told
my
me
God.
that
Oh, you
at the
see?
beginning many times. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, I, I, I cannot trust you because I don't know you, but
But
I
that's your
know
wife.
your wife's family. So,
Okay.
I mean, if you're part of that family, you must not be so bad.
Yeah.
You say, okay, I mean, it's enough.
I'll take
And
it.
so, but yeah, so step by step, again, the trust. And then when I start say, okay, we have this issue, we have to find a solution, they say, okay, do it. I mean, we don't know how to do it,
If
but
you
you find a
can,
solution, you
good.
are more than welcome to develop it.
Okay.
Um, at the beginning, someone was because I mean, I here promote kind of bold projects, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, So I have, let's say, strange ideas and proposals for glass factories, and
Uh-huh.
someone say, okay, this one is too much. I mean,
Mm,
you need heat
mm,
to melt glass and to shape the glass. You cannot shape the glass at room temperature. This is
mhm.
too much, Matteo. Someone told me that,
Mm.
but they never told me don't do that, which is
Ah,
different. They
okay.
say, to me, it's too much. But if you want to try, you are more
Okay.
than welcome to do it. And
That's
take
good
my
though.
waste.
That's
And take
good
my waste.
because
See,
usually Venetians in general or Italian, I think it's an Italian trait anyway, is like, oh, it cannot be done. It's never been done. It's not cannot be done. That's an attitude sometimes that we have in Italy. Funny
see,
enough,
see, see,
we,
see.
we are actually the MacGyvers of the world because give us a screw and a screwdriver, we can build you a basilica, no problem whatsoever. But sometimes we can be very rigid in our thinking. So I'm very surprised that they actually said that to you. That your wife must have really high. She must be considered really good in Murano. I got to say.
No, but I mean, the thing is, they were at least neutral. I mean,
Yes.
they were not against. Also
Yeah.
because I mean, they know me now.
Yeah.
Not everyone. I mean, Murano, it's a smaller, it's a village, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not so small. So I
Yeah.
don't know anyone here. But the few people, the 10, 15 glass factories I know and I work with, they say, okay, do it. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Also because if you find a solution,
Mm-hmm.
that will be we will benefit
Of
from
course.
it.
Of
So
course.
that's why I say, okay, do it, Matteo. It's okay. So that's why now there are a bunch of glass factories that give me their waste. And
Mm-hmm.
they are really happy to do it. Also because they are saving money,
Yeah. Of
but
course.
also because, and this is something really uh, make me really proud of
Mm-hmm.
this project. Beyond all, someone once told me, your project is nice. It is important for Murano because it's a way to talk in a different way about Murano.
Yes.
During the last 10 years, let's say more or less, there are two main topics that makes Murano
The
really
news. Yeah.
see on the news, no? Which is one is the fake Murano glass.
Yep.
So, which is, I mean, it's an issue, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not because of the glass factories, of
Yeah.
course not. There are some people that they are
Mm-hmm.
not honest. And then the energy costs. So the
Mm.
gas, especially after the Ukrainian war.
And also, that came out as a big issue after the major Acqua Alta, with so many
Yeah.
glass factory had so many problems because for the first time in history, they closed down. And all of a sudden, they realized when they closed down, how bad it is for them. And, they never closed the furnaces ever in history before that, not even during the war, as far as I know. So, I can understand. So, can you explain to the people what kind of objects you and they can find this online, can they not, whatever?
Well, yes, we are now setting up an e-commerce, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
on our website.
Okay.
We can, with our process, we can produce a wide range of objects. They are mostly decorative objects, home decor, let's say. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Okay.
bowl, the vases, plate, um, all these kinds of decorative objects, candle
Mm-hmm.
holders. But now we are working also on the surfaces.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say fine tuning the process. We found a way to make let's say tiles and surfaces in order to make tabletop or to make yes
Nice.
or coffee table, all these such
Yeah, I
things.
mean, if it's a kitchen top, it's amazing because, of course, it's got the great thing of glass that doesn't absorb,
Eh,
but at the same time, the strength of metal. That is,
the strength of stone, no
or
metal.
stone.
It's
Okay, or
not that
stone.
much. I
Okay,
mean,
vabbè, okay. The stone. I mean, a stone top is quite good, but also resists to many acids and stuff like that. That is very, I mean, I'm talking about kitchen, the kind of things that you use in a kitchen. That is very good. That is very interesting. Oh, you are on a winner on these things, man. Definitely you are. Wow. So I had a question and all of a sudden it just went when I start thinking of kitchens and kitchen tops because I can already see
I
my
mean, at the end
kitchen.
of the day, you are Italian. You just think so, okay, well, I will eat in lunch or dinner, whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, well, no, because I was thinking of a top, I was thinking of a plates, I was thinking of glasses and stuff, like all the stuff that you can make with that. Now, what I wanted to say is somebody's got, you actually do personalized stuff as well. Obviously, big numbers, because of course, we're talking, you're a big company. But if somebody had an idea, he can just contact you and then maybe try to work on a project with you.
Oh, well, actually, this is our core business. See. We have a kind of catalog, which I mean, let's say the B2C market, so
Mm-hmm.
for the normal customer. But most of the time, there are big company that comes to us and say, "Listen, I like your process; it's sustainable, and we would like to make also a gift for
Yeah.
our clients or a collection, a custom-made collection." So they come here, and together we can develop and design the item, and then we can produce it. See,
Mm-mm.
see.
When's the website, the e-commerce gonna be on?
It will be on our embedded on our website, which is rehub dot glass,
Mm-mm. Oh,
and will be
rehab.glass,
see,
not dot .com.
no dot glass.
That is so cool, Matteo. That is so
Rehub
smart.
dot glass.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How did you get that? I didn't even know it existed, dot
See,
glass.
I mean, with the HTTP
Yeah.
2.0,
Yeah.
you can have a bit whatever you want, basically. You can see studio, you can see Cacola, you can see whatever you
I
want,
can have
basically.
my own. I can have
See,
blah,
see,
blah, blah,
see,
blah,
see,
blah,
see.
blah, dot Monica. Oh, I like
See,
that.
see,
Oh,
see, something like
cool.
this. As long as you pay as usual,
Yeah, well, of
and
course, yeah, well.
you get whatever you want.
Nothing is free in life. Nothing. No,
Yeah.
not even the air we breathe. I'm sorry. Okay. When actually is gonna be the website? Sorry, the website is on, but when is the online shopping gonna be on?
Hopefully between September and October.
Okay,
So soon.
pretty soon,
See,
pretty
see,
soon. That's
see,
good.
see.
That's good. Matteo, where can people find you on social medias?
We are kind of active on Insta. I mean, the problem is that during the last 2 years, since we established the company,
Mm-hmm.
we had to act as a, I mean, uh, in English they say the stealth, it's in a stealth mode.
Yes.
Because we have patents, we have kind of industrial secrets, we have all these such things that you need, to
Okay.
keep it secret. So we have, we used to have a known website.
Okay.
We used to have a known Instagram page
Okay.
and the same in LinkedIn, but now we are starting being more social. So
Okay.
you can find us on Instagram mostly,
Uh-huh.
which is again rehab.glass,
Perfect.
and in LinkedIn as well.
Okay. But it's interesting that you had to do everything anonymous, in a, let's say, hidden mode,
Sì.
like spies and stuff like that. But at the same time, you had to find, business. So it must have been a bit
Yeah, I mean,
complicated.
really complicated. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's something you have to do, and especially if you are a kind of innovative company
Mm-hmm.
and you have innovative know-how, you have to keep it secret
Mm-hmm.
as much as you can. And
Mm-hmm.
then when you are really ready, you
Yes.
go to the market. You can set up
Uh,
the go-to-market strategy.
so thank you so much, Van, for talking on the podcast because I realized, and maybe I'm one of the first people to actually have you on the show, and I can, when you become very famous, like the Elon Musk of Venice,
No,
I can
that's
say
not gonna
I knew
happen.
him.
Thank you, by the
I've
way.
interviewed him when he was nothing. Listen, Matteo, the last question: where do you see the rehab in 10 years' time?
Ooh, what is $1 million question? 10 million, the same inflections. But honestly, I hope it can really consolidate its position here in Murano.
Mm-hmm.
I would like in few here to set up, let's say, an industrial
Oh,
chain here to
okay.
make Murano completely. waste-free.
Okay.
Which is something possible in theory, and then we have to test
Well,
it.
you have a professor, so you should know.
No, the thing is, we need money, we need funds. I mean, we are looking for investors as usual.
Life needs everything needs
I know,
money.
I know. It's something really banal, but yes, we are looking for investor in order to speed up our growing process.
I mean, it wouldn't be interesting. I mean, wouldn't be this where the money from the government should go when it comes eventually over to this kind of, when they say, we give, let's give some money to sustainable energy, blah, 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 blah. Isn't it your kind of, project, the projects where the money should be spent?
Yeah, talking about public money, it's and funds and grants, whatever, it's quite complicated. I mean, I had the opportunity to take part with as a Rehub. We've been selected for acceleration program at the MIT. So the MIT Design X, and with all the professors from MIT, we discussed many times about that because they agree with you, but at the very same times they came out with some paper that basically proved that in Italy we invest on innovation, but not in cutting edge innovation. So we have some issues sometimes to invest on risky startups and risky activities, which quite, I mean, which is not normal in the US, let's say. Okay, they're really more, let's say, brave. I don't know
brave, and
if I
maybe
can
they
say.
got better. I don't know. I think we lack a vision in Italy, generally.
Yes, with a long-term vision. I had the opportunity. I mean, I I was about to win a kind of grant for the government. But for example, one of the questions during the interview, I mean, they give me basically was, okay, how many revenues you will have?
How much
How
money
much
you're gonna make?
revenues you're gonna make let's say, but in 2 years.
Well, you
I say,
never
okay,
make money the first 2
2 years,
years.
2 years. I mean, I'm not, I mean, I'm not a grocery shop.
No, but not only that.
I need the
Matteo
3 years to.
is a basic of economic, is a basic of entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurship.
The first
Sì,
2 years, you are at a loss. You never make money the first 2 years. It's only after maybe
I know. My answer was, I need 3 years
of
to
course
set up the industrial machine and the process. So maybe I will see money, let's say, I will start earning money in 5, 7 years.
I know.
And then they came back to me saying, but basically, but this is too much time.
See, I
It
told
doesn't
you
work like this. I say, it doesn't work like this everywhere.
Yeah, we lack vision. We lack vision. That is why we got so many great ideas. We got so much in this country that we can use. We are one of the country, if not the country, but one of the country for sure, with most cultural goods, that we can use. And we're not doing nothing with it.
But we are investing on tourism a lot. Why? Because it's a kind of piece of cake. We don't need, because we don't need investment.
Yeah, but we invest in tourism in the wrong way, though. We don't invest in tourism with a vision that in 10, 20, 30 years, we still want the tourists to come back.
No.
We invest in tourism for today, to make money today. That's the problem. And, it's always this lack of vision. Anyway, that's another story.
Another podcast.
It was, exactly. Well, we should have another chat about this, me and you. Listen, Matteo, it was so nice talking to you, and it's so interesting what you do. And I wish you the best of luck, because I think it's one amazing thing you've got. It's incredible. But I definitely want you on the show back to talk about other things, since you know all about sustainability and things like that. And we can talk about Venice and so on and stuff like that. Thank you again, okay?
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you again, Matteo, for talking to us. You can find Matteo at www.rehub.glass and on all social medias as Rehub Glass. Thank you again for listening. Venice Talks podcast is a production of Sentire Media, created, produced and hosted by me, Monica Cesarato. Follow Venice Talks wherever you get your podcast, and if you want to book a food tour or a cooking experience with me, you can find me over at www.monicacesarato.com and on all social medias with the handle @monicacesarato, where you can follow my adventures around Venice. And don't forget, if you love this episode, please rate it and leave a review. It's very much appreciated.
Sentire Media.
Hey, podcast producers and show hosts. Do you want to join a podcast network that celebrates all things Italian? At Sentire Media, we understand the allure of Italy and its unique culture. Our devoted team of hosts and producers are all driven by their shared passion for Italy. And we work tirelessly to create the best lifestyle podcasts and content that will whisk you away to the very heart of Italy. With us, you can savor the mouth-watering flavors, get lost in the stories from the past, break down the cultural barriers, and truly immerse yourself in the vibrant traditions of this intoxicating country. If you have a great podcast idea or are already in production and would like to join Sentire Media, head over to sentiremedia.com, that's SENTIRE media.com, and find out how to submit your show.